Hey everybody, this is Travis here with, I think, what will be the second to the final installment for the recording of the song, which still doesn't really have a title. It's 10 years something. This won't be a very long video, I don't think. By and large, it just kind of touches on vocals. I didn't do much filming while I was recording vocals because it's enough of a pain to just record vocals. So what snippets I got were pretty much after I was done singing verses and my voice was already getting kind of hashed out. I did the singing about a week ago. Right after Christmas, but I was feeling kind of lousy this week, so I didn't get around to making a video. Also, I didn't get around to combing my hair, therefore I'm wearing a cap today. But whatever. Whatever. It's New Year's weekend. Who cares? So anyway, recorded the vocals. Here's the way I approached that. First off, verses, like everything is triple tracked. So there are 3 tracks of vocals going through the whole song. One is holding the lead, so that's the main sort of focus vocal. The other 2 are mixed down a little bit lower just to kind of add a little bit of body. And of course, in order to do that, you need to have any variations that you do. You want your other vocal tracks to perfectly match. You don't want there to be a whole lot of discrepancies there, or else they won't align well and it'll sound like sort of a mess. So that means that you'd wind up doing a lot of vocal takes. So I wound up saving 3 takes of each part, 3 to 4. So I did this. So you do the lead part, right? You do the main verse, and then you do 2 other verses to go along with that. So that's at least 9 keepers there. That's not counting takes that you don't save anything from, which there are those too. I burned through the verses in about 40 minutes. And to put that into singing at a gig, that's like rapid fire, gung, 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 go back, go back, go back, go back. Probably should have rested more, but I didn't. It's sort of a bad work habit, to be honest. And you can actually hear on a couple of these little clips here that I'm going to show where my voice is starting to get a little bit hashed out. So here, we'll start with this one from the recording of the chorus here. I think we'll kind of get to a little part where my voice just kind of craps out and everything goes sharp there at the end. So we'll take a listen to this here.
All right, I'm going to try recording this. We'll see how this goes.
This is a week ago, Travis talking, right, much more energetic than I am.
Here, I'll pop that off so I can monitor halfway's decent. It's kind of a weird thing. But I've done the verses and the pre-choruses, so now I'm doing the main choruses, which been at it for a little while and had a little bit of a vocal rest here, so I'll take a couple more stabs at it. And
so this was after I took a little bit of a break. This is doing choruses, so I had done the verses already and the pre-choruses.
10 years go by.
I can hear the vocal fry coming in.
Moves on.
A little sharp.
One blink and 10 years go by.
Ooh, really sharp. That's ugly.
10
You're just plunging right back into the chorus. See what happens there.
10 more move along.
Sharp.
One blink and 10 years go by.
So part of the reason, okay, and you see this a lot with people wearing one headphone. A lot of people wonder, well, why do singers so often have one headphone? And it's because monitoring can be so variable. And it's weird because you have to deal with the way your voice comes through the bones in your head and the way you hear it here versus the way it's coming through the speaker. Also, when you're monitoring off of the speaker, you need to be able to pick up the fundamental frequencies of everything, because that's what you're going to be pitching your voice off of. So if you have too much of your voice, you don't catch up enough of everything else. You tend to sing, if you're too loud in your headphones, you tend to sing flat. And if you tend to have too little voice in your headphones, you tend to sing sharp, because that gives you just that little bit so you can kind of hear it peeking out. That was me just sort of talking all over whatever this clip was. It was me singing probably semi-badly. It happens. So that was that. And then we have a little bit of color commentary here that I'll play.
All right.
That's me chewing on a cough drop. You're not supposed to chew on them. One thing I do want to point out, the way I have the mic set up, I had the mic up on a boom coming over and sort of in front of me, somewhat off axis. Actually, the axis is about like this, probably a little bit farther away. This is about 6 inches off of my mouth right now. Off axis like this so that it doesn't get a lot of pee pops going on in there. And that worked out pretty well. Actually, probably worked out better than any other vocal miking thing I've done before for recording. So,
probably going to get a little drink of water. I just started picking away on choruses here. Did the first couple of takes. They seemed okay, but probably need a bit of a mental reset and a little hydration. So I'll hit that and see how it goes.
All right, there it was. And then the pre-chorus here. This is some video of me recording pre-choruses. Now, I'm going to put a caveat in on this. I should actually run through the lyrics. What's the song about? We'll do that because I've alluded to the whole 10 years thing, but I haven't actually talked about what the song is about. So I'll actually go through here. I'll read the lyrics. Here we are. Because I don't plan for videos, I don't have that open and just canned right there. This is how spontaneous this process really is. Okay, so to put this all in perspective, now this song I wrote in 1999. The music, not the lyrics. And even at the time, I was kind of aware that musically, it's a 1989 song. I mean, this doesn't sound like anything sounded in 1999. It didn't then. It certainly doesn't now. But it's right in the ballpark for 1989. So that's part of the reason that I was like, this song was 10 years past due when I wrote it. And then it just kept getting to be 10-year segments after that. So, like I mentioned in the original video, I didn't keep working on this when I got into sort of the Seventh Seal band era in the early 2000s because I was already moving ahead with writing other music. And this was pretty much old news at that point. The recording project with Terry Olson fell apart. So, yeah, that's basically where it landed. And so it was forgotten at that point. So what I made the lyrics about were about those intervening years between then and now. A lot about the first verse is basically about where I kind of was in 1999 and kind of how I look at what my attitude was now, looking back at my 20-something-year-old self, 24, I think I was, something like that. Math says I'm 24 in 1999. So here we go. All right, first verse. Hey man, I got the master plan. I'm going to see the world and leave my mark. Got no direction, just a vague conception like a blind man groping in the dark. Long on ambition, but short on cash. Time passes in a flash. Now here's the next line. Now, I know I will have former, current, and some mix of the two bandmates watch this video and read these lyrics, and they'll be like, hey, is that me when it comes to this next line? The answer is that it's probably everybody who's ever been in any band. So it's people came and people went. Some wanted friends, some wanted rent, but I guess we found the finish line. We all basically took turns, shaking each other down for money for this or that, or hosting rehearsal spots, or doing this, doing that. People who are involved in band stuff for long enough understand that that's kind of how it goes. Some people are more interested in the social element than in playing the music. Some people are more interested in, the idea of being in a band than the work of being in a band. And just so everyone knows, there have been more people that I'm including into this whole thing than even people who, I always joke, there's people in Fargo who have seen me play more than I've played probably, or been to more of my gigs than I have. But there was an entire era between when Terry Olson and I were working on this stuff, and when Seventh Seal started, where I was actually actively trying to start bands and failing. So there's this whole intervening period there that's sort of like this undocumented thing, because we never actually got far enough to like play a gig, or in some cases play a song. Troy Solonen knows all about this. Troy and I might have to have a struggle session or something to try and remember what all happened through there. But yeah, anyway, so 10 years go by. That's the chorus. 10 years go by and life moves on. One blink and 10 years go by. Then the next verse is basically the band years. So late nights, sweating under rented lights, dropped my last drink ticket on the floor. Half full bars, half empty tip jars. Maybe they'll let us split the door. Won't make a fortune, maybe pay for gas, but man, we had a blast. So on and so forth. So anyway, it's not the deepest song in the world, but it's basically about, you know, what happened when I wasn't recording the song, which was playing in a succession of the same band with different names, more or less. That's sort of the long and the short on vocals here. I will have a completed copy of the song pretty soon. Right now, just wrapping up mixing, and I'm having Craig Hollitz from Bass Fuzz Mastering do a mastering job on it. I figure for considering I haven't released anything for like 3 years. Has it been 3 years? 2 years? 3 years? It's been 3 years. The one thing I do release might as well actually have some professional attempt at making a quality product. So thank you, Craig, from Bass Fuzz. So anyway, yeah, we'll have a mastered copy of it. I don't really know what I'm going to, maybe I'll put it on Bandcamp. I don't know what I'm doing here. By and large, it'll probably just be free on YouTube, and I'll make no money on it. That's some wanted friends, some wanted rent. That's where we are. Yeah, didn't make a fortune, maybe pay for gas. Yeah, probably not. But if you're gonna lose money making music, yeah, try to do it with a little bit of style and panache. That's not what I do, but you should. You should do that. I think so. I just try to just do it in sort of a brazen, somewhat barbaric hack. Lose money, make music, take money, blah. No profits. That's the way I like to approach it. Yeah, that's why you wind up now making songs for like 20 years. There you go. All right. Thanks for sticking with me if you're still watching this thing. Like I said, one more installment when the whole thing is done. And like, subscribe, put some money in the Venmo. Now I'm just quoting other YouTube channels. I don't have a Venmo. I don't want a Venmo. I'm not going to ask you to send me money. Don't send me money. No, you can send. If you know how to send me money, you should send me money. Some wanted friends, some wanted rent. See, there you go. It always comes back to that. All right. Thanks all. Bye.